I'm here in central London at the Charlotte Street Hotel, where tonight the Green Party are launching their party election broadcast starring the one and only Caroline Lucas. Let's see if it's any good.
I heard about this, I just thought, really? Really? Good reaction, I like that. Arms folded, yawning. No, that'd be ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage Caroline Lucas.
Hello, I'm Caroline Lucas. I'm leader of the Green Party. And I'm here to take just a few moments of your time to ask for your support in the local elections on May the 5th. Now, I'm guessing you're pretty cynical about politicians, and I don't blame you. But like it or not, they make important decisions that affect all of our lives. And so given that responsibility, what can we expect back from them in return? Well, three things, I think. That they tell the truth, stick to their principles, and govern for the many, not just for the privileged few. It doesn't seem a lot to ask for, does it? But apparently it is. Because instead of the truth, we get broken promises like on tuition fees. Instead of principles, we get politicians that would sell their grandmothers in order to get into government. And instead of doing what's best for everyone, careerist politicians seem more interested in doing what's best for themselves. So it's not surprising that you don't believe in politicians anymore. But I promise you, we're not all the same. The Green Party is different. No one joins us to get famous or to get onto the boards of city banks. We're not funded by big business or by shady overseas donors. I could go on all night about what we're doing in local government and how Green councillors are standing up to defend the most vulnerable from the savagery of this government's spending cuts. But I can see your eyes are glazing over, so I'll wrap up. And the reality boils down to this. If you like traditional politics, if you're happy with it, then fine, vote for it. Tory, Labour, Lib Dem, doesn't really matter. But if you want a party that tells the truth, and that will always stick up for its principles and still get things done, then vote Green. You've been very patient. I can guess the last thing you wanted on a night out at a comedy club was to be ambushed by a politician. It's not exactly been a laugh a minute, I know. But the truth is, if the other parties get their way, then some seriously unfunny stuff is going to happen. And that really is no joke. The goal for the election broadcast was to try to do something different, something to catch people's attention, something to make them stop in their tracks and really listen to what we're talking about. And that sense of having me as a politician coming into a comedy club was about putting two different worlds together, two completely different worlds together, and seeing that kind of clash of expectations. It was a way of getting people to stop and to listen. It was quite scary. I mean, going into a comedy club when they really were expecting another comedian and they suddenly got a politician, that was quite scary. I wasn't sure if they might start throwing things at me or whatever, which they didn't, which was nice. It tested my memory, because it's quite nice usually to have an autocue in the background or some notes in your hand, and of course I didn't have either of those. But actually what took over was the seriousness of what we were talking about, and I think that's what makes the broadcast work. You've got that contrast between the setting, which is a comedy club setting, and the deadly serious message of what the Green Party is actually saying about these elections, that they really do matter, that we're talking about really important issues, and that it is, as the broadcast says, no laughing matter.
I think the idea came about really from, sort of starting with the insight that, there's a deep-seated sort of mistrust of politicians really, to people that we'd actually sort of spoken to, and sort of a quick sort of straw poll of the people that we had within the agency. And what we really wanted to do was, sort of tackle that head on, and really sort of take that confrontation and put it into a situation like a comedy club, to really kind of, juxtaposition the sort of the seriousness of, what is happening in this country right now, and the fact that sort of politicians currently are a little bit of a joke, given the sort of the expensive swindle, and it sort of just came from that, and we just thought it would be a really sort of powerful sort of idea, to sort of put it in the comedy club and sort of keep that sort of seriousness, but obviously within a comedy setting.